Hey friends, welcome back. I'm Dan. Have you ever looked at the pile of shoes near your front door and wished there was a better way to organize them? Most people solve that problem by buying an expensive storage cabinet. But today I'm going to build one using something many households already have sitting around unused plastic baskets. At first glance, these baskets don't look very special. They're usually used for storing vegetables, tools, or random household items. But with a few modifications, they can become something much more useful. The final result may surprise you. Let's get started. I have two plastic baskets here, and the first thing I need to do is modify their shape. Using a marker, I carefully draw guidelines along the side support sections of the basket. These support ribs are useful for strength in normal use, but for this project they get in the way. Removing them will create a cleaner structure and allow the baskets to fit together much better later on. Once the lines are marked, I grab my angle grinder and begin cutting. I move slowly along the guide marks. A steady hand is important here. If the cut wanders too far from the line, the finished cabinet may not look symmetrical. As the cutting wheel moves through the plastic, the entire side panel begins separating from the basket. Little by little, the shape starts changing. Once the side section is removed, I turn the basket upside down. There is a raised edge underneath the basket that prevents it from sitting perfectly flat. That may not seem important right now, but if the base isn't level, the entire cabinet can become unstable later. So I carefully trim away the protruding section. After a few more cuts, the bottom becomes much flatter. The first basket is finished. Now it's time to repeat the same process with the second basket. Same steps as before, so I'll speed through this one. Projects like this often look complicated in the beginning, but once you complete the first piece, the second one usually goes much faster. While I work on this basket, let me know where you're watching from. I'm always curious to see how many different countries and communities are represented here. And tell me, what is the best thing you have ever built out of something most people would throw away? The second basket is now complete. Both baskets have matching dimensions and are ready for the next stage. Whenever plastic is cut with power tools, the edges are usually rough. Some areas may even be sharp enough to scratch your hands. So before moving forward, I take some sandpaper and smooth every cut edge. I work around the entire perimeter. The goal isn't just appearance. A smooth edge is safer, feels better to handle, and gives the project a much more professional finish. After sanding, I wipe away all remaining plastic dust. Now the baskets look much cleaner. Next, I need a solid base. I place one basket on a wooden board and trace around the bottom edge. This will become the foundation of the cabinet. Then, I flip the basket over and trace around the upper opening as well. That second outline will become the lid later. Having both pieces cut from the same board helps everything match perfectly. Once the outlines are complete, I use a saw to carefully cut along the lines. Slow and steady cuts help produce cleaner edges. After a few minutes, both wooden panels are finished. Now I position the larger board underneath the basket. This piece will strengthen the structure and support the wheels. Without a solid base, the plastic alone may flex under heavy loads. Using screws, I secure the board firmly to the basket. I install several screws around the perimeter to distribute the load evenly. Once the base is secure, I move on to the wheels. I have 4 small caster wheels ready. These may seem like a simple addition, but they completely change how useful the cabinet becomes. Instead of lifting and carrying it, we can simply roll it wherever we need it. I position 1 wheel at each corner and secure them using screws. After all 4 wheels are installed, I test the movement. The basket rolls smoothly across the floor. Now we're getting somewhere. Next, it's time to connect the first 2 baskets together. I stack them carefully and align the edges. Then I use zip ties. These are inexpensive, easy to install, and surprisingly strong. I thread the zip ties through matching openings on both baskets. One by one, I tighten them. As the ties pull tight, the 2 baskets become a single structure. I continue around all sides until everything feels solid. Finally, I trim off the excess ends. At this point, the basic frame of the cabinet is complete. Now I want to create something extra, a top compartment with a hinged lid. For the 3rd basket, I begin by installing a small L-shaped metal bracket near the upper edge. This bracket will help support the lid when it closes. Without support, the wooden panel could flex or shift over time. Next, I position 2 hinges. I align them carefully before driving in the screws. Good alignment is important. Even a small mistake can cause the lid to bind or close unevenly. Once both hinges are secured, I attach the wooden lid panel. Now comes the satisfying moment. I lift the lid for the first time. It opens smoothly, then closes neatly back into place. Exactly what I wanted. To make opening easier, I install a small handle on the front. This simple addition makes the cabinet much more comfortable to use every day. Now all the major components are finished. It's time for final assembly. I place the 3rd basket on top of the structure. Immediately, the project starts looking like a real storage cabinet. Just like before, I use zip ties to secure it to the middle basket. I tighten each connection carefully. A strong structure now will prevent problems later. Once all the ties are locked in place, I trim the excess plastic. And just like that, the cabinet is finished. Let's see the result. The wheels roll smoothly. The shelves provide plenty of storage space. The hinged compartment opens and closes easily. And best of all, it was built from materials that many people would overlook or throw away. Now I begin loading shoes into each level. Everything fits neatly. The floor looks cleaner. The entryway feels more organized. And the entire cabinet can be moved whenever needed. What started as a few ordinary plastic baskets has become a practical 3-tier shoe cabinet with wheels and a hidden storage compartment. If this gave you an idea for your own place, go ahead and hit like and subscribe because there are plenty more build projects like this on the way. And leave a comment below telling me where you're watching from and what recycled project you'd like to build next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.